Hey, welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
If you're gonna dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Why, hey there, my fabulous listener. Welcome to episode 274 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Thank you, as always, for lending me your ears today. I know you have lots of choices of things to be doing today, including possibly getting ready for Christmas, which is only a few sleeps away. And I do appreciate, therefore, you putting me inside your ears as you go round the crazy. Did you know there's about 6 weeks to the end of January? And please don't curse me for telling you that. But I'm not crazy. I'm just really keen to help you make 2024 and beyond the best it can possibly be. And therefore, my 9-week marketing transformation program could be the perfect answer to help you make 2024 everything it can be for you and, of course, your business. If you want to be part of my 9-week marketing transformation program, then please, it's still on sale for $497, saving $500. You get a bonus 2 lots of 30-minute sessions with me to work through any of the issues that you're having. But it's just one of those self-paced programs that will really help you transform your marketing, the way you look at marketing, and of course the marketing that you do every single day to attract the right person who is going to buy your product or your service. So if you're keen to have a bit of a look, go to my website, socialmediaandmarketing.com.au, and hit courses, and you will see my 9-week marketing transformation program there, and you can have a bit of a look and see if it's something that you think you would love to do heading into a brand new year to transform your business. Of course, you can find the show notes for this podcast as well at all the W's, socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/274. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to last week's episode, it was all about the preliminary results for the 2023 Big Small Business Survey. I just went through what you are telling us, basically, the people who did the survey, the small business owners, just like you and I who did the survey, what they're telling us around, how they're feeling about small business. And of course, I took it from a marketing point of view and shared with you some of the results around marketing and my thoughts and feelings about those. If you haven't had a chance to listen into that one, then head back to episode 273 and listen in. But today, if you're listening live, like I said before, it's a few sleeps till Christmas. It is actually 4 sleeps till Christmas. And whether you celebrate Christmas or not, the world really does stop for Christmas. I actually had Christmas lunch at Macca's one day in the capital city many years ago when I had just a 2-year-old. My husband was in hospital from a very serious farming accident and was not allowed to really have any visitors or move his body in any way. So of course we had a very sad Macca's Christmas lunch, the one that of course is very memorable. But given that it's only 4 sleeps till Christmas, today I'm going to do a really short episode and a punchy episode because you're either winding down or you're keeping us consumers happy with the demands, of course, if you are in retail, the demands of the Christmas, New Year, summer break heading our way very, very quickly. But today I thought I would like to share with you some of the things that I'll be doing over my break. And yes, I use that word in inverted commas because I really don't know how much of a break I will take, which actually leads me to my first point. There is work that absolutely needs to be done for me over the next few weeks. And that work is really working on my business and not in it. I'm halfway through updating things like my speaker kit, my media kit, my podcast kit, my bio needs a refresh, and all these things need to be redone. This is generally what I do. I do tinker with them over the course of the year, of course, But this is a big speaking year for me. I've invested in some professional video and some professional photo shoots in the last month. And so it really does need a bit of an overhaul. And so that's what I'll be tinkering with, or the first thing that I'll be tinkering with over my break. I'll also be workshopping my keynote topics and my workshop topics for 2024 because, like I said, speaking, or what I alluded to really, speaking will be a big part of my income streams for this year. It's a big part of my goals for, well, sorry, I should say next year. We're not quite there yet. But I'm already focused on what my goals are for 2024. And yeah, so I will be workshopping these keynotes. What do I mean by that? I'll be going to my amazing community that I have and saying, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? No need to answer right now, but when you get a chance, that's what, my accountability buddies let me do and what I will do for them as well. I will, of course, be updating my website and changing some pages and adding other pages and making sure it just has a real 2024 feel to it because websites can get out of date pretty quickly. Pretty? Goodness me, I'm repeating words now. They can get out of date quite quickly. So we need to make sure that, it's a fresh year that has a bit of a fresh look. Even if it's only just changing a few words here, a few words there, changing a couple of pictures up. It just gives it a fresh look. The fourth thing I'll be doing is reassessing what I do with this podcast. Now, it's been 5 years and it's time for a change, if I'm honest. I'm feeling it in the winds. I have no idea what that means, which is, I guess, some of the time that I will give myself working on my business to get a real feel for what the change looks like. It definitely needs a change. Now, just a heads up, you might not notice any of the changes as a listener. You might be like, Jen, halfway through the year, Jen, I haven't really noticed anything that's different. But if I told you what was different, you would do the head nod test and you would go, I have noticed that because it'll be in the back end. The back end does need changing. The reason for my podcast needs changing. Like it's a lot of work to do a podcast. It's, a couple of hours every single week to put out the free content. And then I pay other people to help me put that content out more and more every 3, 6, 9 months, do socials for it, 4 weeks down the track, all those sorts of things. So I invest a lot of time and a lot of money in my podcast and it just needs a bit of a change up. So the fifth thing that I'll be doing is I will be delighting in unsubscribing and deleting probably about 50,000 emails because it's time for my annual audit. Now, I normally sit on the couch, I put on a movie, I might get some popcorn or I'll do whatever I want. I put on a good TV show that I can watch on repeat and I'll put all my emails in alphabetical order and I just start culling. I either cull it or I unsubscribe from it or you get through the gate. But I love doing this. I'd love to have more time to do it, not just once every 12 months, but it does make my inbox feel very, very fresh heading into a fresh new year. Number 6 of my list of things to do is going to be my Canva. My Canva is a freaking mess. Holy moly. It is so hard to find anything in there. I know I've done something, but goodness knows what I called it. Goodness knows what I named it. So it needs a big delete, overhaul, and I need to create a ton of folders in my Canva. I really need it to be easier when I go looking for things. Probably my picture folder, my pictures folder on my desktop probably needs the same sort of overhaul, but that does seem a little bit overwhelming right now. So I mightn't get to that one. But my Canva, because I do I do different Canva sets for, say, my local chamber or a couple of other charity groups that I work for or I work with. Sorry, I don't work for them. I volunteer to help them with their social media. There's just lots of past clients that I've done things for, and I just need to put them all in folders. I don't need to delete them. I just need it to look a little bit more organized. Maybe that's something you need to do as well. Just saying. And lastly, number 7, or not really lastly, but lastly for my podcast chat with you today is I will be setting up for 2024 with my goals. I need to write down my goals. You might have heard me talk about before how I write my goals and I stick them in front of me every single, so I can see them every single day. I need to do that. I did some mind mapping back in November when I was setting my goals for next year. I need to go back over those mind maps and reassess anything, tinker with anything. Maybe I've had a different thought since November, and just really, I guess, look at my goals with that new light. It's no longer when 2024 comes. Like, 2024 is literally a couple of weeks away. So I just need to go back and I need to reassess those. And I need to get a whole new board full of podcast subject ideas and a whole new board for potential guests for 2024. If you're listening and you think, Jen, I'd love to be a guest on the Small Business Made Simple podcast, then hey, sing out. Reach out. I'd love to hear from you. There's a form on my website. Otherwise, just send me an email or a DM and get in touch. Love to hear from you. Now, don't get me wrong, I will 2000% be having a break over the next few weeks. And I'm not actually scheduled to go back to real work until about the 17th of January. So I have, blocked out my calendar. I have no forward-facing clients until about then. So I will be having a break. I'm not trying to be a martyr going, oh, I'm not having a break. I've got all these things to do. But I may not be in my office all day, every day, but I will be doing little bits of work. And I guess at the end of the day, I really love what I do. And coming into my office, which is in my house, I know that's a privilege for some, like myself. But if I do a couple of hours a day, then that really lights me up. And if it doesn't light me up, I just won't do it. And of course, my hubby, he's the farmer, and there's always something to be done on the farm. So often over this time of the year and, heading into January, I'll work when he works. So if he goes and does a couple of hours in the morning, I'll go and do a couple of hours in the morning, and then we can have the rest of the day off together, or, do something with the kids or something like that. So of course, if he leaves at 5 a.m., I'm not that keen to come and do some work. So I will definitely be taking time off. So please making sure that you are also taking some time off. But what is on for your break in summer? Are you totally shut down, or you're like me, you've got a few things to do? If you are totally shut down, then full kudos to you. That I hope that it is exactly what you need at this time of the year. But don't forget to schedule in some time to work on your business when you are back in business mode. Don't just come straight back into business mode and be doing the doing. Really take some time to sit back, even if it's just lazing by the pool with your thoughts running through your head. As a small business owner, you probably don't get to switch off that much. So please switch off, but also give yourself a bit of time to do that mud mapping, that goal setting, because I think that it will make 2024 amazing. And that's all I want for you. I want 2024 to be totally amazing for you. I want it to be exactly what you need and exactly what you want it to be. And if I can be a little bit of help with this, well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm running a free webinar in January. In fact, on the 18th of January between 1 and 2 p.m, all about what marketing is going to look like in 2024, because, things are changing. Let's look at what's changing, what's different, and what you as a small business owner need to know from the start, like literally the start, because it will be January. There is a link in my show notes to register for that free webinar. There's no sell on the webinar. I've got nothing to sell you, so please don't be afraid or stress about that. It's just me sharing my research and my knowledge about marketing and asking any burning questions that people have, maybe a question you have. It will definitely be recorded, and if you can't make it live, I'm more than happy to send you the recording for sure. I just want to help. I just want to help you set up your 2024, and this is another little way that I think I can help you do that. So the link is in the show notes at socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/274, or you can go to bit.ly/marketing2024 So again, that link's in the show notes. Come along. I'd love to see you there. If you're not a member of the Like-Minded Business Owners Facebook group, come and join me there and tell me all about what 2024 is going to look like for you, or what rest and relaxation looks like for you. Inspire some others with the cool things you're going to do over the next couple of weeks. But that's it for episode 274. I will see you next week for episode 275, the last one for the year, and it will be short and it will be sweet, but it will be oh so worth tuning into. And of course, if we aren't friends on social, come and find me on social media and let's be really good friends over there. But whatever you do, remember my small business peep. As my opening song says, there is no point in dreaming small. And please have an amazing summer, have an amazing break, have an amazing Christmas. Stay safe, look after your loved ones, and just enjoy. All right, I'll see you next week. Take care.
No time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud, be true, and let us see you for the star that you are. No point in dreaming small.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Yorta Yorta people, on which I record this podcast and conduct my business today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here with us today as well.